Alrighty, y'all, real quick while I'm getting the machine ready, I'm just going to let you know that I am using clear vinyl that I got from Walmart. You can get that pretty much at any craft store where they sell fabric and upholstery fabric and things like that, and it's usually just referred to as clear vinyl, and it's on those big rolls that are about 5 feet long at Walmart is usually how you see them there. I'm not sure how they do them at Hobby Lobby, because I'm pretty sure I got mine at Walmart. So you're going to need some of that, and you might need a special foot. You'll see me here putting that white foot on. That is a Teflon foot, and I have a setting on my Viking Husqvarna number 1 that is for vinyl, and that's the setting I'll be using while I'm making this project. You're not going to need any special thread or anything. You just need that Teflon foot and the right setting on your machine. So now we're going to go over the measurements, and I have my piece here, which is approximately 6 inches by about 14 inches, and I just folded it over long ways, if that makes sense, vertical, and I cut that rounded top for the flap. So I'm just showing you the measurements there. It is approximately 14 inches when you go all the way to the top of that rounded edge. So you can change the sizing for this anyhow you want to do it, but that's my measurements. And then the little pocket there is going to be about 4.5 by about 4.5, maybe 5 by 5, just whatever is a little smaller than the size of the front of your bag. And then I've got a piece for that little loop that I'm going to put that swivel hook on. And then I've got a piece that is 12 inches long that I'm going to use as the hand strap. And the little piece for the swivel hook is just about 3 inches long and about 1 inch wide, whatever the width of the swivel hook is. And then we got some hook and loop, or Velcro as it's known by its name brand. And you saw there that I also had some bias tape that was folded over, so you're going to need some of that. If you want to do that step, you can. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my hook and loop pieces ready, and I'm going to sew those on. Now I had thought at first about doing just all the way across the top inside parts of the bag for the hook and loop, but to be honest, I just didn't do that because I'm just doing this for the video, and I didn't want to waste any of my material since things are so in short supply nowadays. So I just cut about 1 inch, 1.5 inches there for my piece, for each piece. And what I'm going to do is sew it on the outside of that pocket piece first, and you'll see me do that. And then what I will do is I will line it up and sew the piece that's actually on the bag piece in a later part of the video. I actually decided here to use red thread for this video just to make it easier for you to see. And if you want to do like a light color, or even maybe you could use a plastic thread that's kind of more see-through and will go with the bag, you could absolutely do that. But I'm just doing this just to show you how to put this together. It is possible to sew this clear vinyl on just about any machine. You just need the right presser foot. You can also put newspaper up underneath your project, a trick my mom taught me a long time ago, and you can sew it like that, and then you just peel the newspaper away once you've sewn it. So now you see I'm going to sew that little pocket on, and once I've got the pocket sewn on, then I will attach the next piece of hook and loop. So I just want to remind you while you're watching this to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to hit that little bell next to the subscribe button so that you get notified when I upload a new video. I try to upload at least once a week, and that is on Tuesdays. We like to call it Twisted Tuesdays around here, and I do sewing, cooking, and crafting videos. Also, I welcome your feedback, and I hope that you will follow my social media links. I am a Fate So Twisted across all social media platforms. That's including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. So come join me on Facebook. I usually try to do a live chat at least twice a month. I may do a little more once I get a little more people there. But yeah, so be sure to follow me and let's be friends. So you'll see there my stitches are a little bit wonky. It happens to the best of us, but no worries. This was just for the video. You just do want to take your time when you're doing these, because that clear vinyl tends to want to get away from you when you're sewing. So you have to take your time and just be very careful with your stitches. So there you go. That is the constructed bag, and now we're going to start putting the rest of it together. So I'm going to add that bias tape, and I have to admit here that bias tape is one of my weaknesses, and I wasn't even going to do it for this, but I kind of felt like it needed it, and it seemed to go much smoother on this clear bag than if I were doing it on fabric. Okay, so for the little loop for the swivel hook, I'm just going to put a piece of bias tape down one side. If you put it over both sides, it covers the whole thing, and I just thought that looked funny. So I just did one side. It just makes it visible here, really. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to. But if you are going to make a clear bag like this, I feel like putting that bias tape, especially on the wrist strap and the swivel hook strap loop, is going to make it more, it's going to make it stronger, and I feel like it would weaken maybe a little bit. You could do a double layer of the clear vinyl, but that's just up to you. So I've just applied the bias tape, and then I've folded it over, and I'm going to sew it, and I'm going to show you what happened right here. This is where you have to be very careful. I let things get bunched up, and I broke the needle. So yeah, be very careful sewing this. Wear safety glasses, you know, take precautions. So anyway, now that things are back to the right, and I have a new needle in there, I'm going to attach this to this bag just by doing just what you see me doing right there. There's no real magical way to do this. So now I'm going to do the wrist strap, and I'm going to do the same thing, and you'll see me just apply that to one side. And I do have all the bells and whistles for applying this hardware. If you would like to get some of that for yourself and get the little pair of pliers that I'm using, you can find links in the description box below. So I'm going to sew that piece of bias tape on for the wrist strap, and then you'll see me fold it over. And I actually used a piece of fabric at the top when I put the hardware on, because it's just not sturdy enough with just that the clear plastic and the bias tape. So what you need to do is just put that little piece of fabric on there and just cut it down to size so that it's hidden up underneath the hardware, and that's what you'll see me doing here. So I thought this project would be really great for putting your clean mask in. It's easier to clean on the go. You know, you can spray it down with disinfectant spray. You don't have to worry about washing it and it get contaminated. It's just seemed like a good project for a mask bag. Also seems like a really good project for a beginner because it's small, it's simple, it's a little bit of a challenge, but not too much of a challenge that it would exhaust a beginner. So this is a really great project for the newbie or the younger seamstress or sewer in your life that you want to learn to sew. This is a good project to start with. So there you have it. And mine, you can see it looks a little messy. That's how it is sometimes. It's just, sometimes it's just for example, just to show you gals and guys what can be done. So there you have it. There's my little clear vinyl bag. Peace, y'all. Bye-bye.